launched stands on the strong foundation of India's extraordinary ethanol success story. I'm happy to share that all key pillars of this success story, the sugar industry, grain industry, cooperatives, OMCs, distilleries, technology partners, are all present here. May I congratulate you all, may I welcome you all. Most importantly, we are truly fortunate to have the key architects of this entire transformation, our national leaders, leaders whose vision, conviction and execution has transformed this idea into ambition and ambition into a national movement. I now request our MD and CEO, Mr. Hisashi Takeuchi, to kindly welcome the Honorable Ministers, please. Honorable Minister श्री गडकरी जी का हार्दिक स्वागत और अभिनंदन करते हैं। श्री पुरी जी,
leaders of the oil and ethanol industries, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen, namaskar. It is my honor to welcome all of you today to this historic event. Honorable Minister, Mr. Gadkari, you've been guiding light for the industry. When nobody believed in biofuels, you guided the industry that the produce of Indian farmers can replace foreign oil. You have always encouraged us to work on energy solutions which are indigenous, efficient and clean. We made a commitment to you on flex fuel. Today, we are proud to fulfill that commitment. Thank you for joining us at this special event. Honorable Minister, Mr. Puri, under your leadership, India has achieved great progress in ethanol blending. You are at the center of action for arranging supplies of oil and gas for the country in these tough times. You are also driving the compressed biogas revolution in the country. Thank you for joining us today at this landmark occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, today's event is not just about a vehicle. It is a new chapter in India's energy journey. India is at a critical point. On one hand, because of the geopolitical situation, Honorable Prime Minister has appealed to the citizens to save fuel and reduce import dependence. On the other hand, we have to proceed steadily in this Amrit Kaal towards self-reliance and Viksit Bharat by 2047. For both objectives, achieving energy security with scale and speed is crucial. Long-term dependence on imported crude oil cannot be an option. We need solutions that are cleaner, affordable, scalable, and based on India's own strengths. I am happy that the government is encouraging all clean technologies. This direction is very important because India's challenge is large and no single technology can solve it alone. India has two national objectives. First, reduce dependence on imported crude oil, and second, reduce carbon emissions. And flex fuel meets both. It is truly Atmanirbhar and clean. In fact, the benefits of flex fuel go much beyond the automobile sector. It can support the economy, society, environment, farmers, ethanol producers, and larger rural ecosystem. It connects mobility with agriculture technology with farmers and clean energy with Atmanirbhar Bharat. However, large-scale adoption of flex fuel will take time and effort from all stakeholders. An entire ecosystem needs to be developed, from fuel availability to more model launches, from customer awareness to fuel and vehicle pricing. In the absence of an ecosystem, it is the responsibility of the market leader to take the first step and encourage others. Today, Maruti Suzuki is taking the first big step with the launch of India's first flex fuel car. We invite the leaders of all stakeholders, including the oil market companies and ethanol producers, to join us in this nation-building journey. Ladies and gentlemen, to meet different needs of different customers in India and to use all possible technologies to reduce carbon, Maruti Suzuki is committed to a multi-pathway strategy including EVs, strong hybrids, and compressed natural gas. And if that natural gas is produced from biomass, it becomes carbon negative. So we have identified compressed biogas as a very powerful method for carbon net zero. Therefore, we are making a strategic investment in CBG as a fuel option. To start with, we have announced 9 CBG plants, out of which 2 are already operational. We are also running research projects on hydrogen. And today, with the Wagoner Flex Fuel, we add another flower in our bouquet. For Maruti Suzuki, this is a commitment to cleaner mobility, lower oil import dependence, and Atmanirbhar Bharat. We are particularly thankful to the Honorable Ministers for taking out their valuable time in this historic moment when India goes flex. Thank you. Namaskar.
Bharat. May I now invite Shri Parthu Banerjee, Senior Executive Officer, Marketing and Sales, Maruti Suzuki, to kindly address the gathering, please. Sir.
Honorable Ministers, Shri Nitin Gadkari ji and Shri Hardeep Puri ji, distinguished guests, colleagues and friends. Today is not just another product announcement which we are making. Today, Maruti Suzuki is making a statement to this nation. But before we look ahead, let me take you back 4 decades to be precise. To the promise Maruti Suzuki made to India, we will keep India moving. From the iconic Maruti 800 to CNG to hybrid to electric. Every chapter a new road guided by the same belief. And today, we say with pride, Maruti Suzuki has brought the automobile revolution to India's remotest corners. And our Honorable Prime Minister has given this nation a mission, Atmanirbhar Bharat. India is among the world's largest importer of crude oil, but flex fuel technology changes this equation fundamentally. And at the heart of this inspiration stands 2 men who are the architect and driving force. Our Honorable Minister Shri Nitin Gadkari ji and Shri Hardeep Singh Puri ji. A big round of applause for both these 2 architects. It is his vision that has transformed how India thinks about mobility. Today, the farmer is no longer only an annadata. आज वो बन गया है ऊर्जादाता. Thanks to Gadkari Saab and Puri Saab, they have made this mobility not just a slogan, it is a reality. A circular economy with India at its very heart. Shri Nitin Gadkari ji, आपने हम लोगों को एक बार मिशन दिया था to put safety at the heart of India's automobile industry. And I am happy to share that Maruti Suzuki has already fulfilled that promise by making 6 airbags standard across our entire product portfolio. Sir, we have lived to your commitment. And now we are building the roadmap for clean and green India. We said CNG was the future and we built the largest CNG portfolio in the country. We said hybrid technology made sense for Indian roads. We delivered it at scale. And here is a number we are very deeply proud of. In the last financial year, Maruti Suzuki sold more than 50% of all green vehicles across the entire industry. 50%. And this is not an intent, this is an action. When we launched the Vitara, we said India goes electric. Today, on the eve of World Environment Day, we say India goes flex. It's my honor to present India's first flex fuel compatible vehicle, the WagonR Flex Fuel, a step towards energy independence for every Indian. This is not just a plan, this is a blueprint for the Viksit Bharat 2047, a vision of an India that is developed, self-reliant and a global leader. At Maruti Suzuki, we don't see this merely as a national goal, we see it as our responsibility. And before I close, I would like to once again express my deepest gratitude to our Honorable Ministers, Shri Nitin Gadkari ji and Shri Hardeep Puri ji. And we pledge that, sir, under your visionary leadership, Maruti Suzuki will continue to walk this path towards a cleaner, greener and truly Atmanirbhar Bharat. Thank you so much.
More than 50% market share in cleaner technology. Senior Executive Officer, Corporate Affairs, Maruti Suzuki, to kindly deliver his address, please.
Adharaniya Shri Nitin Gadkari ji, Honorable Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways. Adharaniya Shri Hardeep Singh Puri ji, Honorable Union Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas. Senior government officials, thinkers and well-wishers for biofuels in India. Ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to acknowledge the visionary leadership of Honorable Minister Shri Gadkari ji in this entire progression. माननीय मंत्री जी, कुछ साल पहले शायद किसी ने नहीं सोचा होगा कि कारें पेट्रोल को छोड़कर 100% इथेनॉल पर चल सकती हैं। आपने वो सोच हमारे समक्ष रखी, आपने हमें विश्वास दिलाया, आपने हमें कॉन्फिडेंस दिलाया और पूरा सपोर्ट भी किया। और जो साहस आपने हमें दिया, उससे हम हिंदुस्तान की पहली फ्लेक्स फ्यूल गाड़ी आपके सामने समक्ष रखते हैं। आपका तहे दिल से शुक्रिया। ऑनरेबल Shri Puri ji, you are handling a very complex and critical responsibility for the country. At one level, you are arranging global supplies of energy from across the world for 140 crore Indians. At another level, we are preparing India's energy ecosystem so that we don't have this energy dependence on foreign energy any longer. And the leadership at this time in the area of ethanol has really helped us scale this peak. So we are truly grateful for your guidance and support. The presence of senior officials from different ministries. We have several ministries who have come and research institutions, Niti Aayog who are here with us. Extremely thankful to you for your support. Your presence is a message of support and confidence, and that is valuable for us. Ladies and gentlemen, you are all aware, we are excited about flex fuel because as mentioned by Takuchi-san and Partho-san, it does replace foreign oil with an indigenous source of energy, which also helps carbon emissions. But that is not all. It supports India's journey towards carbon net zero. The Niti Aayog has identified ethanol flex fuel vehicles as zero emission vehicles to be pursued as a long-term imperative for India's carbon neutrality. Secondly, flex fuel vehicles have near zero particulate matter. Now just imagine the potential this has for improving the air quality in India. Ladies and gentlemen, this launch is different and unique. Usually a vehicle launch is about one company and one product. But today it is about many sectors outside the automotive sector coming together for one national opportunity. These sectors have come together to make a complete ecosystem where several pillars and enablers are required to complete to join the dots and complete the journey. Pillars like ethanol production, ethanol distribution infrastructure, presence of car models which can run seamlessly on any blend of petrol and gas, ethanol, and of course the economics of the car and the fuel. So these four pillars we basically need to complete, and we are aware, with full humility I should acknowledge, that the complete ecosystem does not exist today. But should that be a reason to accept status quo, or should it be a reason for starting building these pillars one by one? In all humility, we may not have all the answers today, but we certainly have a distinct possibility for the India of tomorrow. And therefore, we are very happy that several stakeholders have joined us today. As Ashish mentioned, oil marketing companies, CGD companies, sugar and ethanol producers, distillers, biofuel associations like ISMA, IFG, GEMA, FIPI, IDA, CII, FICCI, SAM. It's a very good list. I mean, I can't imagine a product launch in India which gets the blessings of so many associations, industry associations, and so many stakeholders come together under one roof for one common objective. Now, one of the pillars that I didn't mention is public opinion. That is where our media friends can help us. They can help people understand the merits and the vast possibilities of this fuel. इसलिए मेरी सबसे हृदय से गुजारिश है कि हम फल की चिंता ना करें, हम इस यज्ञ में अपनी आहुति देते रहें और कभी कभी फल आएगा, इस विश्वास के साथ हम आगे बढ़ें. With this thought, once again I thank our honorable ministers.
Certain nations look within.
आज हम पेट्रोल में 20% इथेनॉल ब्लेंडिंग के तहत
India is choosing resilience, responsibility, and self-reliance. Every liter saved, every import avoided is a contribution to the nation. And for India, a major part of the answer is growing in India's own fields. Ethanol is made in India from Indian crops, by Indian farmers, supported by Indian industry, and distributed through Indian fuel companies. It keeps value within the country. Since 2014, India's ethanol blending program has delivered powerful results for the country's economy, for farmers, and for the environment.
इथेनॉल से देश को तो फायदा हुआ ही है, किसानों को भी बहुत बड़ा लाभ हुआ.
Across the value chain, ethanol can touch 7 to 8 crore farmers and associated stakeholders, linking agriculture with mobility. Building on the strong foundation of ethanol blending, flex fuel technology can unlock a new Atmanirbhar energy opportunity for India. Flex fuel vehicles give customers the true flexibility to run their car on any blend of ethanol and petrol, from E20 to E100. Niti Aayog rightly defines flex fuel as a zero-emission technology and a carbon-neutral fuel to be pursued as a long-term imperative for India. A truly Atmanirbhar and clean fuel that brings together energy security, emission reduction, support to rural economy. This journey has been shaped by the visionary leadership of Honorable Minister Shri Nitin Gadkari and enabled by the strong push of Honorable Minister Shri Hardeep Singh Puri. For over 40 years at Maruti Suzuki, we've built cars that every Indian family trusts. Today, we are proud to build for India's future. Ladies and gentlemen, a new dawn of self-reliance is here. India goes flex with Maruti Suzuki.
request Honorable Minister Sirs, MD San to kindly move closer to car and please give your blessing to Wagonar Flex Fuel. I also invite Maruti's leadership, Akkar San, Partho San, Rahul San and Takishita San to kindly join on stage please. Ladies and gentlemen, ये सिर्फ एक व्हीकल लॉन्च नहीं है, ये एक लैंडमार्क मोमेंट है. A movement towards आत्मनिर्भर भारत, a movement towards विकसित भारत, a proud movement for Maruti Suzuki, a proud movement for India's biofuel journey. The world witnessed one of the most challenging times for global energy markets. कई देशों ने severe supply disruptions देखी, and yet India, home to world's largest population, remained largely stable, resilient, and confident. It is my privilege and honor to invite a leader who has played a defining role in strengthening India's energy security.
I feel greatly privileged to join Adanya Nitin Gadkari ji, my senior colleague in the Council of Ministers, in the Council of Ministers, in the Cabinet. Gadkari ji, as you all know, believes that genius lies in identifying yourself as a principle. And I think on transition fuels, green energy, Gadkari ji has been a very strong push and we draw inspiration from him. I have been a part of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Ministry for the last 5 years. I know a little, but I am equally committed, in fact passionately committed to energy transition and this entire range of new energies, new technologies and particularly flex fuel. I am very grateful to Takeuchi-san, the MD and CEO of Maruti Suzuki Limited India, for not only for this event, along with his other colleagues whom you heard from, but more important for the policy decisions that Maruti Suzuki has taken, which today place it in the unique position of leading this flex fuel in the automobile section, and given their numbers, their commitment to it makes the difference. Just yesterday, but I also want to welcome my colleagues from government and industry. I see many of my colleagues and friends here, leaders of the India's automobile sector, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday, I had the privilege, along with Gadkari ji, of being part of the launch of India's first 100% ethanol compatible motorcycle with Hero Motorcorp. Today that momentum advances further as India's flex fuel journey expands from two-wheelers to four-wheelers, and this transition is significant. I think numbers sometimes are very useful to cite because those numbers tell a story. Today, India has over 30 crore two-wheelers on the road. Flex fuel technology enters this segment at scale, the impact multiplies dramatically. Today, Maruti Suzuki, India's largest passenger vehicle manufacturer, takes a decisive step by bringing flex fuel technology to the mass market. This is not merely a product launch, this is also the beginning of a new chapter in India's energy transition. Many of you who spoke earlier referred to the difficult times that we are transiting through. I think the reference was to the geopolitical uncertainty following the military hostilities that commenced on 28th February, the Strait of Hormuz being choked. Well, it's very well known that 60% of India's LPG and 90% of India's crude oil was coming from the Strait of Hormuz. So therefore, if as a country with 1.4 billion plus population, with a rate of growth in energy demand which is 3 times the global average, if a country like that can maintain near normalcy, I choose my words very carefully, in the 93 or 94 days that have elapsed, there has not been a single dry out anywhere. There has been no shortage. There have been individuals who have tried to take advantage of that situation by spreading false news, by creating or conspiring to create artificial shortages when none existed. But today, even that I think is in perspective. And I think in that transition, and we were able to manage it, a great, and I must say, gratitude and admiration for the very bold decisions that the Honorable Prime Minister took. At the normal times, we have to face a trilemma. That trilemma involves availability of fuel, it involves affordability of fuel, and it involves sustainability or green transition. On availability, I told you in the 93 days, whether you travel by air or you travel by road, there's no shortage anywhere. Now I come to the affordability part. A democratically elected Prime Minister who is completing 12 years as Prime Minister with a great record prior to that as Chief Minister of one of our leading states, for him the affordability was always very important, and the decisions we took, I think, are evidence of how it can be done and why it needs to be done. I was doing a calculation, and Takeyochi-san, I'm very happy to tell you, in my calculation, India comes after Japan as the country which has the lowest increase in fuel prices amongst all the 193 countries in the world. Now, I am a great admirer of Japan. I started my professional life there. My wife and I went there as language students. I speak a bit of Japanese. And I admire the dedication which Japan brings to technology, to applying technology. But in the case of Japan, holding the price line does not present as many tasks as it does in India. In India, the fact that the Prime Minister on his own took the decision to reduce the central duties on petrol and diesel by 10 rupees, which led to a budgetary just 1 lakh crore. That is the main thing. And the petrol and diesel prices we reduce are very, very minor. Of course, my friends in the opposition, I take cover with Gadkari ji sitting there. They give us all kinds of stories. They said once when the LPG started, they started, attacking my personal residence. They would take LPG cylinders. They said that we don't know how to handle the LPG situation. Today they're saying, oh, there is a Strait of Hormuz. Well, the Strait of Hormuz choking was what caused a very small problem, or not small, it appeared big then. But what did we do? We took LPG production, which was at 32,000 metric tons per day. We raised it to 54,000 metric tons. If overall we were consuming 80,000 metric tons a day and 32 was coming from outside, we were importing 50. Today it's the other way around. We are producing 52. Some LPG consumption has come down because we are in a concerted way shifting from LPG to pipe gas, CNG, and I'm going to come to that. I'm very, very happy. I must tell you, when I was holding this and another ministry, I used to be very worried when prices went up of CNG. I said people will stop buying CNG cars. No. I think we kept faith, and today CNG is a great success story, and Maruti Suzuki is leading that.